Well, we are live, I believe. So come on in. I'm starting a little bit early. Come on into my room. Come on in. Join the crew. Yes, we are going live a little bit early today because my schedule is kind of free and I want to hang out with y'all. Okay. So come on in. We are going live. Talk about the reunion. Golf clap. It's sad to say, but did we need to a two-parter? Okay. I'm not quite sure if I really feel like we needed two parts on here because it was kind of like a lot of filler. There was a lot of filler in this episode, but come on in as I get my life together over here. Make sure we all good. Okay, make sure everything is all good. I can't see the chat yet, so let me get my phone. But come on in. Come on in. Where you're watching from. If you're watching this from work, let me know. Let me pull up the live on my phone. Come on in and hit that subscribe button. We need some new subbies over here. We need some new subscribers. Okay, I see you, Rose. Let me get organized. Organized over here. Okay. So I can't see the chat on my screen again, so I'm just gonna have to use my phone. So you might be a little delayed on me responding because sometimes I'll be yapping. Okay. I've been in the mood lately to just do a yapping live. Okay, we're not gonna do that today, but let me know, would y'all just enjoy me yapping about hot topics? Because I think I want to do that. Let me get my charger. Where am I gonna charge my phone at? Okay, I think this will go pretty far. Okay. You don't even watch the show, Rose, but you came to play. Well, guys, I want to talk about the reunion. I feel like, and I want to know in the chat as we're watching, as we're discussing this. I hate to say this because I feel like Married to Medicine does not get their just dues. I feel like they are the network's kind of redheaded stepchild. Andy is coming around a little bit, as I could tell from this reunion. He's coming around and having a lot more respect for them than he used to. But at the same time, as far as we have come in the network, I feel like recognizing the franchise a little bit more. This reunion to me felt like we took several steps back. Okay. Y'all finally went out of the country. Y'all went to Jamaica. But the reunion to me kind of fell flat. And I am not sure what is the reason for that? Was it the storylines? Is it the friendships are so fractured at this point? Um, was it that Angel and Brandy sat up there and said really nothing? It was at one point this second part, I'm like, oh, Angel's still up there. Because I forgot that Angel was really up there. Okay. I was like, girl, you still there? Okay. And now I didn't watch Angel on other shows. What was she on? Basketball Wives. Was it Love and Hip Hop too? I know that people call her a show hopper, but I just feel like, what happened, girl? Why was you just sitting up there and not saying nothing? I don't know if I need to see you another season. And that's kind of sad. Okay, that's kind of sad. But we're gonna go over some clips. Of course, I have to talk through the clips, or I will get a copyright strike. So I don't need NBC Universal coming on my channel again, because every time I do a Married to Medicine live stream and play clips, they come at me. Okay, they come at me. All right. But I guess we're gonna start a little bit with some of these clips and go through. Let me know in the chat what y'all want me to discuss. What were your thoughts of the reunion? Did it flatline? Do we blame Toya? Okay, and what's with Stevie? Okay, what's with Steve? We're gonna get into him too in the boys. All right, but I hope you guys are having a good day. You're watching me from lunch. You watch me pretend to work in your cubicle. Okay, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it.
A sitting member of Congress?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, I'm assuming that if you are elected, you will have to leave this show.
Yeah. Well, I'm not closing any
They ready. They ready for her to go.
doors, but that's the thought.
Wow.
This is goodbye, huh?
You want to wrap?
Quiet as it's kept. Girl, you ain't got no storyline. Contessa, what would this show really be without Dr. Heavenly? Okay. What would it do? What we gonna do if Dr. Heavenly does get elected into office? Okay. Because the whole storyline this season, hey Katrina, the whole storyline this season really was Dr. Heavenly. So I want to know, y'all, you know, what y'all gonna do without Dr. Heavenly? Contessa, you don't even like to talk about your relationship. You're gonna have to hear from your husband if you say anything about him on the show. And Contessa, what was really your storyline? Pulling out more loans, working yourself to death for this office that y'all building, going into more debt. I would have enjoyed maybe seeing you build a relationship with your teen daughter. You know, because I be seeing her on the ground. Miss Thing thinks she's somebody. So I would have enjoyed maybe seeing you and your daughter visit some colleges. I know she doing pageants, and she's still doing pageants. I would have enjoyed that. We never see your son. Okay, never see him. So Contessa, what would you do? Toya is like a dog with a bone. She couldn't keep Dr. Heavenly out her mouth. And maybe it was the plot this season. Maybe it was supposed to be we gonna gang up on her so that she show her ass and ruin her ability to become an elected official. Or if it's that we're gonna show the world who Dr. Heavenly really is. Okay. Because that's what it felt like. I think last season didn't y'all like kind of use sweet tea for that? This time, it felt like to me that they were just gonna activate her, which they did. It worked. Okay, so chime into the chat. What they gonna do if she really is gone next season? Contessa, what you gonna do?
Her out right now?
No, you're going to win.
I'm going to win, yes.
Okay.
So this is goodbye. This was a good one.
Goodbye.
Simone, did you get the clarity you needed tonight, specifically with Heavenly and Jackie?
Jackie, thank you so much. Just for
Fake. Have y'all seen her Instagram post that she did on Dr. Jackie? Have y'all seen it? We will never, ever, ever. We're never, ever, ever getting back together. Have y'all seen it?
putting our friendship in a place that lets me know you value our friendship more than it is obvious sometimes. For Heavenly, let me say this to you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Andy,
Andy, I don't like the eye rolling.
I'm just worried. Okay.
Let me say this to you. To have someone on social media dragging the fact that we have had real moments on this show, it's hurtful.
It is very hurtful when you say things that are
let me know. Let me see if I could pull it up. Have y'all seen the petty post? Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Because Miss Dr. Simone is Petty LaBelle. Okay. She straight up did a post saying we are never ever gonna be friends again. Okay? We ain't never gonna be friends again. Let's see if I could. I think it was this one. She had posted something and she put the song as the Taylor Swift background. It is this post. Taylor Swift said it best. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Hey, Felicia. We are never going to be friends again. All right, we're never going to be friends again. Never. And it's quite sad to me because I don't think that this situation to me is worth a friendship ending. You guys probably can't hear this. She must have took the music off, thankfully. You finally said what we've all been thinking for years. Why be that friend always want to tell me when I'm wrong, but can't stand up for me when I'm wrong? Okay. She unfollowed Dr. Jackie. I guess some people thought she was talking about Dr. Heavenly, but she was actually talking about Jackie. Damn, people really, as soon as I saw this, I thought it was about Dr. Jackie. I never thought it was about Dr. Heavenly. Andy could not fix it, y'all. Okay? Andy could not fix it. Is this situation, y'all let me know. Is this situation with Dr. Heavenly worth Dr. Simone and Jackie losing their friendship? Okay. Is it worth it? I even believe, correct me if I'm wrong, did Dr. Jackie deliver Dr. Simone's boys? I could be wrong, y'all. Let me know. But I personally do not feel like this is to me worth our friendship ending. 30 plus years. But to me, Dr. Simone really holds on to grudges. And I think you have to look at your relationships with other women and how they some of those people, your friends, your friend, your bestie, your ace one, boom coon, day one, holds on to grudges with other people. And sometimes we have relationships with people and we think, oh wow, damn, look how she treating that other person. Yeah, but that's how she doing them. She would never do that to me. Okay. She would never do that to me. But y'all don't want to see because she's treating somebody else poorly. She could do the same thing with you. Okay? She can do the same thing with you. You are not too far away from being treated the same way. And I don't feel like it's not so much about Dr. Heavenly. I think it's about Dr. Simone feeling like Jackie writes offense too much. And in her eyes, she felt like her license was jeopardized. Okay. I agree, Felicia. Real friends are hard to find. Okay. Katrina said, I don't think they have one. I think Jackie still hasn't fully forgiven her for that Buffy situation. Buffy is quite interesting because I don't want to say too much because she'd be suing folks. Okay. Let's go back to the Buffy thing. Do we feel like, we're talking about accountability in friendships just as much as Dr. Simone wants Dr. Jackie to hold Dr. Heavenly accountable? Do we think that going back years ago, did Dr. Simone hold Dr. Jackie accountable in the same way with the Buffy situation? Okay. Because I think that, I watched Buffy. She has a YouTube channel. It used to come up in my feed. Maybe she's not as active anymore. But she would do a lot of streams and conversations about Married to Medicine. She's done some stuff with Mariah. It does feel like there's a lot of trauma there from being on the show, from Dr. Jackie. And let's not just talk about accountability, but stand up for your friends. Let's talk about that also. Now, back during was it 2021, during the pandemic, all that stuff came out about Dr. Jackie not listening to women, not being the best doctor, things like that. Did Dr. Simone come to the forefront and stand up for Dr. Jackie during those times when the TikTok streets was loan the chopper? Okay, y'all let me know. I just feel like in this dynamic with these women, accountability and stand up for your friend, these two things, I feel like at times they're one-sided. I also feel like we don't see enough accountability on all the parts. Husbands too. Okay. And I feel like people pick and choose what accountability and standing up for your friend really looks like. And these women's relationships, to me, very much mirror real life relationships. When my bestie is not effing with somebody, does that mean I also don't F with them? Okay. When somebody I am close to does something that's questionable, wrong, do I hold them accountable? Okay. Do I hold them accountable? And what does accountability look like? 'Cause I think, going off with another thing when it comes to dysfunctional friendships, so many people are afraid of difficult conversations, uncomfortable conversations, confrontation, that they don't have the conversations. Okay. And I'm not sure if it's that Jackie doesn't like confrontation or she's just uncomfortable with. Y'all let me know in the chat because I've been yapping. Okay, let me know in the chat. What do y'all think the real core issue is between Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie is? Because it's not Dr. Heavenly. It's definitely not Dr. Heavenly. Okay. Y'all let me know in the chat. Karina said Simone wasn't wrong to hold Jackie accountable, in my opinion. On what part, though, was she holding her accountable for? Was it the Buffy stuff? Hey, Beth. Was it the arm thing? Armgate? What does accountability look like? And ask yourself, are you a person who struggles to have accountability in your own friendships? So Karina said Simone wasn't wrong to hold Jackie accountable for the Buffy situation. What I'm trying to remember back then, how did she hold her accountable? And y'all still not saying nothing about the TikTok streets. Oh, when all that stuff came out with Dr. Jackie, was anybody standing up for her? I kind of remember Dr. Heavenly was, but did anybody else come to the forefront and say those things about Dr. Jackie were not true? Okay. Karina said, yes, Simone was honest with the Buffy situation and she hasn't liked Simone since. Does Buffy still do her YouTube? I haven't seen it in like a while. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button. Become a subscriber. Join the membership. It's only $1. What did TikTok say? So y'all might not remember, but it was 2021 when was it a woman who came out and said that Dr. Jackie was not the greatest doctor? And Dr. Jackie kind of made some comments that Black women do exaggerate their pain, and that is why doctors do not take Black women seriously. That's pretty much what happened. I remember Simone saying at the table in front of everyone that Jackie was wrong in saying that Buffy was infertile, but she probably should have taken her side. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I need. That's the thing. Okay, I feel like in friendships we're focused too much on taking people's sides, and just instead of holding our friends accountable. Instead of holding our friends accountable. Why do we have to choose sides? Why can't we just say, girl, I love you, but you were wrong? And that's the thing. I think the surface level thing here is that people feel like Dr. Jackie should choose Simone's side. But the deeper thing to me is, where's accountability? What does that look like in a friendship? I feel like at this age, and not age-wise as in these women are older, but the age of the friendship is a 35 plus year friendship. What does accountability look like when you've been friends that long? You should be at the point where, girl, I had known you half my life at this point. Most of my life. I should be able to pick up the phone and have conversations with you to say like, yeah, you were wrong for that. Okay. I love you, but you were wrong. Okay. I love you, but you were wrong. Bev says she doesn't. She should have just said, I don't know, Simone, to be violent. And after seeing the footage, no, she didn't hit heavily. I guess she should have said that and watch what happens live. Dr. Jackie has become, I think, more, I don't want to say reserved, but to herself. And will only give so much to the season. I think the ladies know that too. And I feel like a lot of ladies protect Dr. Jackie. Heavenly won't leave Jackie alone, so Jackie doesn't need to be afraid to say the truth. I don't know if it's that she's fearful, though. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Not true about my husband. When you attack my man, that's a problem for me.
You have said so many things, Heavenly. You have
Simone, you're not being
assassinated so many characters. Nothing has been done to you that you didn't do first.
My whole thing is we've all done things to each other, Simone, and I'm sorry that you feel that way, that you put your business on TV that I would never do.
Okay.
I was here before you.
Oh, I was here before you got here. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be here after you go. And
Producer Simone has stepped into on the couch. I'm gonna be here when you're gone. Okay, I'm gonna be here when you go. Look at some of y'all comments. I think something has changed with Dr. Heavenly. It's so interesting how she's become more, I guess I'm gonna use passive like Beth is saying in the chat, but her husband has become louder. Okay, her husband has become louder. So interesting how things have changed. But like I said, this show ain't gonna be nothing without Dr. Heavenly. Okay.
I'm just happy that people really know and understand that I stand for everyone here. We're going to fight. We're going to duke it out. We're going to do all the things. But don't.
What was up with Quad too? It was too much silence. Like, it just felt like they were holding back. And we got Quad, the politician, the political manager. This reunion the second part was disjointed. A lot of filler and a lot of fluff. And to have these ladies there for 8 hours? Y'all barely got an hour and a half worth of shit. Okay. Because it was weird how Andy started did he talk about ICE? I think he started talking about ICE. Oh, he started talking about the nurse who died. Which was so interesting to me because at first I'm like, what does this have to do with what happened this season? But let me figure out I don't know what the right way to say this. How y'all not must just keep it real with y'all. I understand that he was a nurse. I understand the political climate. But it felt weird the way Andy brought it up. I'm like, where is this going? Okay. It was just weird. Maybe like when they filmed this, it had just happened. But it just felt very strange. Oh, you guys are doctors. You guys are nurses. So how do you feel about what happened to the nurse who, I don't even want to say passed away, but certain words we can't use over here on YouTube. He was murdered in the streets. But let me know your thoughts on that. I just thought it was more filler. I think it's important to have those conversations and dialogue. I just don't see that kind of stuff brought up on other reunions. And maybe I don't watch enough of the Beverly Hills, the Miami, the Jersey to know if those same political conversations come up. But it just felt kind of weird. Okay. Beth said they always bring up politics with the medical field towards the end of the reunion, especially when something viral happens. Okay, maybe it was that. It just felt like to me that they didn't have enough to talk about for 2 full episodes. And I just don't understand that because we see other reunions where they get a 3-part and they barely, to me, had enough material for 2. Okay. I don't know, y'all.
Step to us. We love you, Quad. We love you. I love you too, sweetheart. Love you too.
And man and no man, you got it.
Always. We have some champagne coming in.
You can definitely see though, the divide on the couch. The divide. Now, I just don't know if we can come back from that. Let me see what other clips I found that I want to talk about. Now let's talk about this here. The men's.
I understand there was some drama backstage. Curtis, Eugene, what happened?
What drama?
You tell me.
Guys don't create drama.
I don't remember any drama.
For the ladies.
Oh, is that right?
We had a discussion.
What was the discussion about?
So, at some point, there's been twice that Toya has been asked about Lapgate.
Now it's Lapgate.
This is cringe.
This is cringy.
I was not angry.
What do y'all think about Dr. Eugene versus Steve? One thing about Steve, though, he don't play about his wife. Okay. And even though I feel like we didn't really see Angel's husband, I was like, he could have been there too. But maybe he was at home with the kids. Okay. What y'all say in the comments? Hey, good vibrations. They should have explored the Angel and Toya situation more. Yeah, it just felt like they lacked. I don't know if the ladies were not willing to talk about things or what, but I agree. They didn't talk a lot about the episode with Contessa and Dr. Heavenly's brother, or anything about Brandy had no what do they call it? I don't know what they call it, but she didn't have a segment about her. Did Angel really have a segment about her? It felt rushed and added weird. I agree, Katrina. Steve got on my nerves a bit. I was on his side, but he was trying to sun Eugene. I didn't like that. Okay, let's talk about that. Was he trying to son Eugene? Steve was doing a lot, but he had a reason to confront Eugene. What do y'all think about when they were back there and Eugene's like, you know what, I'm leaving. I'm about to go in another room. I'm going to have me a shot. I'm not doing this. Okay. If you were up against Steve, would you have walked out? Was it just that Steve was on one and Dr. Eugene was like, you ain't worth my time? Was it what we were talking about earlier? And I don't like confrontation now. So I'm going to go ahead and bow on out this battle and go have me a shot. His ego was bruised severely and wouldn't let it go. You talk about Steve's ego? That's what a package. Okay. That's the word I was thinking of. Brandy barely got a package. They just talked about her birthday dinner. Yeah. Whose ego would y'all think is bruised? Steve's or Eugene's? I think they knew Steve had a point and didn't want to talk about it anymore. Ooh. Because I thought the whole reason that they had Toya do the gala was to teach her a lesson. Okay. Let's see what y'all see. I think Eugene is an easy target. At the same time, he puts himself in their business. Let the women hash it out, especially when Toya is the catalyst for a lot of drama. I agree. Thank you, Good Vibrations. You always come in with it. Thank you for joining today. Okay. Does Dr. Eugene really hold his wife accountable? And the second question is he able to? Is anybody able to really put, I want to say muzzle. Is anybody really able to put the kibosh on Toya? Because I really don't think that Dr. Eugene really has any control over her, what she says. And I think Steve got tired of Toya effing with his wife, treating her with disrespect. But I do agree that at times Dr. Eugene is just a low target. He's low-hanging fruit. They call him Eugene? He called him Eugene Bush or something like that. Okay. I think Steve don't like Eugene and Toya's approach at the Met Gala. He felt embarrassed, and that's why he was so upset. If Eugene came at him to the side and said, you guys should have bought a ticket. Toya don't listen, does not learn. You right. That's the thing, Katrina. I forget. Toya has been on this show for so long. I forget she ever really had a job. I don't know if I remember that she was a teacher. Didn't she also used to be the receptionist? Was it at one of Eugene's offices or was it that white lady's husband? I can't remember. It was so long ago that she actually worked. Even though Haley does come for Eugene a lot, Toya is Eugene's main issue, which he needs to address. I don't think he is willing to go there for whatever reason. Yeah, even when, in the beginning of the season when they were on that bridge having a conversation, it feels like at times Toya is never satisfied with Eugene. He making more money. They got this big house. The kids are off on their way to college in the next 3 years at this point. It's just Toya does not represent somebody who is happy. She needs a project. She needs something to nitpick at. And this season it was Dr. Heavenly. Okay. Her husband is gone, 5 days a week. Kids are like, we used to it, so it really don't bother us that you be gone all the time. I'm sure they got their own lives. I just think that Toya needs something to do with her time, and right now her time is Dr. Heavenly. But she doesn't represent a woman who's happy. And I really don't think that Eugene has control over her. I don't even know if Toya has control over Toya. Toya just do what she want to do. Say what she want to say. And nobody really holds her accountable. The ladies don't. And I think this is why her and Mimi do not get along. Because Mimi will not play the game. She will not kiss the ring. These new girls are supposed to come on the show, bow down, stay in your place, and when we're ready, you can come sit at the big kids table. You can come sit at the table with the adults. But for your first and second season, you sit at the kiddie table while the grown folks talking. And Mimi is like, I am a doctor. You are not. But the thing about Mimi, though, is that when you say something, Mimi, and them cameras rolling, you can't act like you didn't say it. And you also got to remember when you say something to certain ladies, they going to remember it and bring it up on camera. Okay? They are not about to let you get away with anything. But I feel like when it comes to their dynamic, Mimi will not play the role that the other ladies like Angel at times, like Brandy. Fall back until we call you to the stage. Like Sweet Tea has done. Like the other ladies from past seasons have done.
About it at the time. So there's no beef with that. But Toya still, I think, to this day, a little offended by being pulled into somebody's lap.
Okay.
And so Curtis voiced that he didn't agree that this ever happened.
Are they ever gonna let this shit go? Okay. They ever gonna let that go? No. And who is Curtis really? Do we know enough about Curtis? That's what I want to know. What you really be doing in the DR on them golf trips? What you really be doing? Okay. Beth said, and that's why Stevie felt comfortable coming at him like that, because he knows Eugene is not going to argue with him like that. I think it was an opportunity for Dr. Eugene to boss up, but that's just not his personality. Okay. Even though Heavenly does come for Eugene a lot, Toya is Eugene's main issue, which he needs to address. I just don't think that he is willing to go there with her for whatever reason. And Toya knows that. Okay, Toya knows that, y'all. She knows that Dr. Eugene is not going to go toe-to-toe with her. Beth said, that's why I say Toya Heavenly are the same, and Damon and Eugene are the same, are literally fighting the same fight with their wives. That's why I say Toya and Heavenly are the same. Which would make sense, though, when it comes to the Toya and Heavenly dynamic. You have two bosses, two big dogs, loud personalities going against each other. And I wonder if in some ways Toya is triggered by Heavenly because Heavenly represents who she is subconsciously, and she hasn't really come to terms with that. She is, I don't want to say a mirror, but in some ways there are some similarities there. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Okay, Beth, I think I have to agree with that. Now, when it comes to Damon and Eugene, I don't know if I see them as the same, only because I feel like Dr. Damon is about that life. Okay. He about that life. He's very calm, well-mannered, but he will pull off the blinky if he need to. I don't know if I get that same energy from Dr. Eugene. Like, Dr. Damon is a calm storm. Like he will catch a case over his family. I saw that side of him this season about his son. And he is a man to me that is on edge. Okay. He is on edge and not in a good place. So I see the similarities between Heavenly and Toya, but I think there's some drastic differences between and Damon and Dr. Eugene. I just feel like with both these men, Dr. Damon is a quiet storm. Whereas I feel like with Dr. Eugene, he's not a storm. He's just a rain, tropical rain. You know, when you're in tropical places, it rained for a little bit. And it's like, oh, it's raining, but you still outside. Oh, it's raining, but not gonna really do nothing to us. It's gonna pass in about 10 minutes. But with Dr. Damon, oh, it looked like it ain't gonna rain that bad. But then you hear that lightning. It's like oh, it looked like it's coming. It's about to come down over here. Maybe we should go inside. And so I think there's some similarities in the fact that they are married to women who have very loud personalities. Um, but I think their approach is very different. I feel like I would not be surprised if something was to come up with Dr. Damon, because I feel like he's very much on edge about his family and about his son. Okay. Katrina, you like my little rainstorm reference? They are both trying to defend their wives, but they both will get into women's business. I feel like Dr. Damon only gets into women's business when they bring up his kids. I think it's only when it hits him about the kids thing. Don't bring up my kids. Don't bring up my kids. Because I'm going to have to cut you. Okay. I'm going to have to cut you. Let's get, do they got the part on here?
Had his hands on multiple women. I just, show or not. On the show, it's 2. Off the show, 3. Well, Jackie, it's all your.
That's not funny. You still got to bring when my husband cheated on me? That's not funny. It's not funny.
Your fault anyway.
It's not?
Yes, because you said he didn't do it.
He didn't do what, baby?
That he didn't pull me in his lap. And so that's what stuck with me all them years.
You would not even admit that you.
I wish they had kept the camera on Dr. Jackie because she's about to have a moment. She's about to have a moment. It's my fault? What's my fault? Girl, it wasn't 2. It was 2 on camera, but it was 3 in real life. Dr. Jackie, like, bitch, I'm not laughing. Missed opportunity, editing. Missed opportunity right there. Okay? Keep me in the back. Because Toya was activating Dr. Jackie.
Pulled my wife into your lap.
Okay, because you wouldn't admit
I'm not going to admit
that you perpetuated that lie.
Until we admit
I'm not going to admit anything to you until you take responsibility yourself.
If you want to be
and
stubborn,
you don't ever seem to do that.
His jacket is ugly. Okay, his jacket is ugly.
When it
if you
comes
want to
to
be
your
stubborn,
wife.
that's fine.
And can we go back for a second? Because I feel like when
That when it
If you
comes
want
to
to
your
be stubborn,
wife.
that's fine.
And that's
what is Contessa's husband's name? Because he shows spray painting his hair.
when it
If you
comes
want to be
your
stubborn,
wife.
that's fine.
I was watching this like, did this man spray paint his head? Ooh. Scott. Yes, Scott. I swear when I was watching this, I'm like, this man spray painted his hair. And Scott does not play about his name. We really, throughout, how long have they been on this show? 7 years? The Scotts have been on this show? Is it the Scotts? I can't remember Contessa last name, but what do we really know about Dr. Scott? He's another one that's been able to go under the radar. We see him with the guys, but he doesn't give much at all. We saw them go to counseling years ago. Him too. I would love to see him doing some things with his son, with his kids. You know, some of these people, and some people say that, I think that was it Carlos or somebody said that the husbands really don't get paid. Now, if Scott is not being paid, then yeah, I'm not going to do much. I'm not going to do much if y'all only paying my wife. But I just feel like, you know, Scott's another person, like, do we really know him? Okay. Do we really know him? Curtis needs to be upset with himself. How are you upset you can't keep your hands off other women? And him getting no king about them not being married, and the reason that maybe y'all didn't get pregnant or y'all haven't got pregnant is because y'all skipping steps and y'all not married. Okay. You need to shut your mouth. Okay. You can't talk about nobody else relationship, my brother. Okay. You can't talk about no one else's relationship. Okay. But I do feel like he spray painted his hair. Okay, his thin
And that's
spots.
the problem that I have with
If you'd like to be stubborn, that's fine.
It ain't about being stubborn, it's about being accurate.
You're flat out saying, I'm not going to admit what happened because you did this years and years later.
You know what? You're lying, and I'm done with it.
Fair enough.
Oh, Dr. Eugene got him. He got him real quick. You know what? You're lying. I'm done. Okay, you caught me. You caught me. You're right. You're right. There was a season where Contessa and Scott's marriage was at the forefront. That was like, what, 5 years ago, Good Vibrations? Which is what caused the falling out with her and Heavenly. Yeah, they were in her house, right? And they were in her house in the movie room and something happened. Yeah, Beth. Eugene handled him real quick. He's like, you know what? I'm done. I can't fight this against you, Dr. Eugene, because you're right. Okay, you're right about me. Oh, what is Damon saying? Oh, come on, the video not working. Come on now. TikTok.
Shut the conversation down hard when you thought the subject was turning to your son. You said people in the group say stupid stuff, especially the ladies.
Yes.
Do you feel personal issues get weaponized a lot here?
Yeah, I do. The thing is that I'll be honest with you guys, this show has surprised the crap out of me. You know, when people make up lies about me, when they say I'm doing things I'm not doing.
Then tell your wife not to.
Here come Dr. Simone. Here come Dr. Simone yelling. But she was worried about her getting her license taken away and her reputation off of the arm thing. But for 10, 12 years, you've been yelling, cussing, drinking. What about all that? Okay, what about all that? What about all that? Didn't he admit that he touched the women? So I don't know why he even tried to fight back. He had no fight. That's why he gave up. Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone. And in this dynamic back here, nobody said nothing. Nobody is saying nothing. Nobody is saying nothing. Speak on if Simone hadn't lost patience yet, then she won't at this point. Yeah, Dr. Simone has been the same way for 12 fucking years, y'all. For 12 fucking years. That's why I don't understand, why is it that 12 years later you're worried about your reputation and losing your license? You've been acting a plumb fool for 12 years. Okay? Why now is it a big deal?
Do it, tell us.
That's my man.
That's your super ego.
That's my
Your
man.
super ego. They say opposites attract.
But Damon, you do got to realize that your wife will say anything at any time about anybody, even if it's a rumor, she's going to bring it out, or she has said some untruths too.
Yes.
So a lot of times
Yes.
that can be retaliation.
And she's doing it first.
Why won't people say the same thing about Toya? Where is the same energy for Toya, y'all? Somebody let me know in the comments. Toya will also go low. She will also start things. But why is it on Dr. Heavenly? Why is it on Dr. Damon to control Heavenly? I don't see the same energy with Dr. Eugene. Okay. And I would love to be a psychologist in this room like Dr. Mimi, analyzing everybody and their dynamics. And the thing is, she be saying the shit out loud. That's what pissed off Toya. Okay. That's what pissed off Toya. Is Simone really about to retire though? Who's gonna take care of Cecil? Yo, who's gonna take care of Cecil? Somebody gotta take care of Cecil and the boys now. I think because you're yelling, cussing will come with this show. However, physical violence is different. It won't be handled the same way. Toya is a terrorist. Ever since season 1, she got into a fight with Mariah just for running her mouth. Hey, LaTanya. Hey, girl. This is a good point. Do you think that because Toya is not a doctor that she feels like she has to say and do more to get respect? Is that it? That she has to be this like person because she feels like the ladies don't respect her? Maybe because Heavenly goes to hell 24/7. Toya will go low, but it hasn't been this much as Heavenly. Remind me, since you're saying that, Beth, was it Dr. Simone or was it Toya that made up the rumor that allegedly Kwa was sleeping with her contractors? And that's how she got that house paid for. Y'all forget about that rumor? That happened? Who started that rumor, huh? And wasn't it last season? Was it Toya or Dr. Simone also saying how she paid for that house anyway? Or was it 2 years ago? How she paid for that house anyway? Okay, but it doesn't seem like people were thinking about their reputation when they were starting those rumors. Y'all forget that? I don't care for Heavenly, but I'm glad she is there as a counterpart against Toya. Now, do y'all really think that Dr. Heavenly is going to win this election seat? Because if she do, what does it mean for the network? Okay, what does it really mean? Somebody in the comments said this is exactly what Steve was talking about when he told Eugene, you can't apologize to me, but want Damon to apologize for Heavenly. And they all sat there and said nothing. But Andy also let them gloss over that. Now how you bring Eugene in it? He wasn't even talking. Dr. Damon is saying the same exact thing Eugene is saying. Simone gets on my nerves. Dr. Damon is absolutely correct. Oh, somebody said Dr. Damon just wants to cheat in peace. Scott and Contessa were so good this season. They had no storyline. Scott was so nice this season. Scott watched the tapes and didn't like what he saw. Somebody said, love me a self-developed king. What the fuck? A self-developed king? Did Scott write that? Scott had to have written that. True, he has been horrible towards Contessa throughout the last season. A self-developed king? Oh my God, y'all are delusional, honey. Straight delusional. Yeah, Neela was on that season. She'd been on the show as in the background. I think earlier when they had a couple parties this season, I saw her. She been messing with her face too much. She seemed like she kind of addicted to plastic surgery. They were doing the mute challenge. Oh, Katrina said Contessa on her burner. Because I'm like, he has been horrible towards Contessa. Scott, love me a self-developed king. Are we watching the same show? Are we watching the same show, y'all? I'm super confused. I'm so confused. They supposedly discussed the lap issue season ago when it happened. So I feel like since Simone had an issue with Jackie, Toya brought it back up to add on. Yeah, we not watching the show. A self-developed king. Dr. Contessa and Scott were the best this season. Bitch, what? We definitely not watching the same show. They had no storyline. I feel like the first couple episodes were about them fixing up this office, which we never saw a grand opening for. Okay. If anything, I'm watching Dr. Contessa stress herself out and pull money out of who knows where to get this office complete. And now I don't follow her on socials, but y'all let me know. Have they finished the office yet? Steve should take notes. Notes from Cecil and Dr. Scott holding Damon accountable. Holding him accountable for what? Heavenly is her own person, which is what Damon mentioned. Damon and Heavenly are united front. Damon reminds me of Greg a lot. He is a good man when it comes to accountability. Are you talking about Greg from Atlanta? R.I.P. Somebody said the lies. Cecil is a real one. What? What? Y'all, these comments are taking me out. Cecil is a real one. The one whose wife has been taking care of him? Mm-mm. 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 What is y'all talking about? Cecil is a real one. Scott is a self-developed king who has worked on himself. What? I can't with these comments. Okay. I can't. We are not watching the same show. It's exhausting having a friend that is miserable and always has you in the middle of things. I think they are both over it. Girl X, who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about in your comment. They are the same girls calling Kirk a king. Meanwhile, he didn't want a baby with Quad, refused to share food. Oh, and looked at her crazy. But that's a good man, Savannah. Oh, clock it, Beth. Clock it. Clock it. The standards of, what people think is a good man these days. These comments are fucking loud. Loud. That people will accept the bare minimum when it comes to being liked and having attention. That's what it reminds me of. Just like, damn. The bare minimum is a Scott and a Cecil. And Kurt the King. King Kurt, yes. He didn't want to move in with her. He didn't want to have a baby with her. Like you said, Beth, he didn't want to share food with her. But this is what y'all feel like is a king? Is a real one? I would have to say, unpopular opinion, but I would have to say Steve is a real one. You see him taking care of his kids. You see him working with his wife on her business and making it a us business. You see him being a protector. And in 12 years, I have been watching this show. Steve was the first man to be in that confessional, giving his wife genuine affirmations. You are enough. We see you. I love you. You're overwhelmed right now? I got little Stevie. Go do you for a little bit. I got this. And not have it be just for cameras, but to have it be real. Baby, I got you. You looking like you a little stressed. I got you. Tell me, on this show, who else have you ever seen do that and be genuine about it? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all gather y'all thoughts. Wait on y'all. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Because y'all can't say who it is. Because it ain't nobody. Ain't nobody. Nobody, y'all. Nobody. Steve has been the only one. Okay? Steve is the only one, y'all. Okay, Steve is the only one. Now, I will still give y'all some time to come into the chat. Okay. Crickets. Crickets. But saying that Cecil is a real one?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Somebody said, Bev said, facts, he's been the best I've seen ever. Now, his other actions towards men I don't agree with, but the way he is with Mimi. Now, the thing is, he don't play about his. Okay. I hear y'all saying that maybe Brandy's husband, but we didn't see enough of him. Okay. From what I have seen, I do think that he's a solid person, but we just haven't seen enough of him. Okay. But from what I do gather from their relationship and the little tinglings of things that I've seen posted on socials, I do think he's a real one. We just didn't see enough of him. Maybe if she comes back next season, we'll get to see more of her life. I actually know somebody, my mother-in-law was friends with, I believe, her mother, with Brandy's mother. Or was it my mother-in-law's mother was friends with Brandy's mother? So my mother-in-law, I guess, kind of had a relationship with the family. And she actually told me that Brandy's mother passed away. And so I think it would have been great. Did she talk about that on the show? Maybe a tinge. But I do think that Brandy probably has some stuff going on that we just really didn't see. And that could be because she's a friend of. It can be because she chose not to. But it would be nice to see more of her life with her husband, having 3 kids back to back. We saw how it was with Angel having 2 kids. Not Angel. Yeah, it was Angel on Potomac. And it was Angela? What was her name? Y'all know I'm bad with names. I think it was Angel. um, that dynamic of trying to have a healthy marriage and having kids back to back. I do think that's a conversation and something I would enjoy seeing. I believe that Brandy has 3 kids, so it would have been nice to see more of that. What about Anila's husband when they were on the show? What about Anila's husband? I don't think he came at the men the same way like Steve is. He was passive to me and felt like he wanted to fit in. Just like I feel like Anila really wants to fit in. I didn't get that same energy from Anila's husband that I've gotten from Steve. I think I even recently saw, like, maybe it was last year, a picture of Anila's daughter. I'm like, wow, she's really grown. I think she might be like a teenager now. She looks so different. Despite the cheating, I did like how Mariah's husband defended her in their marriage. I like Eddie. Well, we're talking about Married to Medicine. Side note, do y'all want me to cover the Wendy Asefo case when it comes up in May? We might be doing some more crime stuff. Eddie, Eugene, and Anila's husbands went at it during their time on the show. I guess I really don't remember as much when Anila was on here that much. Her husband. I don't really remember too much about her husband really getting into it with the guys. Maybe I just forgot about it. But was she fired? She must have been fired, not quit. I don't see her quitting this show.
That's the thing.
So a lot of times that can be retaliation against what your wife has said, because we know that your wife has definitely said something about everybody.
For the people that I feel accountable for, I apologize because.
Oh, he apologized. Okay, he's apologizing.
She's the person she is, and she's going to say things that she's going to say. But I've not done it.
Doesn't matter. You're a casualty of war, boo-boo.
I've never disrespected.
Oh, what do y'all think about that? You are a casualty of war because you are married to that woman. Is that fair? Is that fair? She do not care. Dr. Simone is so spiteful, y'all. So spiteful. I don't know if I could be friends with somebody like that. Toya has said something about the women on the show too. Yeah, I just don't understand why the energy is so strong for Heavenly and not. I don't want to say it has to be so strong for Toya, but the same accountability should go around the table. Okay. Should go around the table. It's so interesting, like what the women are saying in these comments. Oh wow, Dr. Damon is so mature. The way he responded, that was well posed. Yeah, basically his wife doesn't listen to him. So glad Dr. Scott spoke up. Dr. Scott finally said something. They can never make me hate Cecil. He's always been one of my favorites. Oh, you like a man without no job? You like a man who depends on his wife? You like a man who's not teaching his boys to respect their mama? Okay. Okay. This is one of the only times I've liked Contessa's husband. I know Simone ain't talking about starting something first. I heard her on plenty of episodes talking about other people. Let me like that comment. I love Dr. Damon. I think he is good for Dr. Heavenly. He's the only person she will listen to. I wish I had a Dr. Damon. Mm. They love them some Cecil. They love them some Cecil. Oh, what 2 jobs Mo he got? What 2 jobs he got? I agree, Mo. I don't think Dr. Heavenly was even that bad this season. Maybe Damon isn't being stern enough because the way Heavenly acts, she wouldn't want to lose him. She respects him, so I would assume she would listen to him. I don't really feel like Dr. Heavenly was really that bad this season compared to past seasons. I feel like she walked into different things trying to be calm, trying to not be the past Dr. Heavenly because of course, because of her her electoral things that she's doing. But I feel like the other ladies really activated her. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what jobs he working. I know one thing, when Simone come back complaining about her boys, including Cecil's spending her money and I respect her, she will not get any empathy from me. I heard that. But did y'all see he was working like at a restaurant somewhere? It looked like it was like a little Chili's type place. But her son did have a job for a minute. But yeah, somebody in the comments let me know where he work at, Mo. Let us know where he work at. If you have not already, please hit the like button on this live, share it. And don't forget, you can always become a subscriber and join the membership for only $1. Y'all become a member. Somebody said, Beth said, working at the bar. The bar in their basement? The bar in the basement? Cecil was like, Tommy, he ain't got no job, man. I just don't know, man. I just don't know.
Met Gala brought some drama this year. I was curious, Steve, why you felt that Eugene making you pay to get in wasn't fair.
Oh, now someone in the comments says Steve or Stephanie.
Isn't it a charity and everyone's just giving money to the same pot?
No, that's not the case. It was very strategic.
It was.
And it was targeted.
Are y'all gonna buy a ticket?
About that, what?
What are Jackie? What are Jackie's table? It was very intentional. This didn't have anything to do.
Do y'all think that this whole thing was intentional? Was it a miscommunication? Was it because of the event being disorganized? Should they have just given up the money without having to be asked? Because some of y'all have said in the comments that they were guests of Dr. Jackie's. And so Dr. Jackie is the one who paid for them to be in there to sit at her table. And maybe that information was not given to the girl at the door. But it did feel like, was Dr. Eugene looking for a moment? Why did it have to become a big deal, y'all? Y'all saying y'all blame Jackie? I feel like it was disorganized. And there has been this thing with, I don't know their last name, but Eugene, Eugene and his wife versus Steve. Dang, I can't really call him Stephanie. Wow. And Mimi. What is it about these two that they just can't get along? Do y'all think that because Mimi calls out Toya for her behaviors, the psychologist in her comes out, the doctor? Is it also that Mimi won't get in line and kiss the ring? What is it about these two that they just cannot, this couple cannot get along? Each of them cannot get along with each other. I think Eugene was defending Toya. He probably thought they want her to fail. So, okay. I don't think that they wanted her to fail. Honestly, didn't they put her in charge not to fail, but to show her how hard it was? Okay, to show her how hard it was.
About a ticket.
Everyone knew they had to pay to get
First
in.
of all,
they did not.
here's
Yes,
the
they
thing.
did. You paid to get in any event.
They didn't give anything last year. And they want to hide behind the year before giving
You
some
don't know
wine.
what you're talking
They
about.
didn't give anything.
Steve, you don't know what
last
you're
year.
talking about.
You didn't give
the money
anything
was given
last
to
year.
Jackie.
You didn't
and
give
Jackie's
anything
right here
last year.
shaking her said yes. She's shaking her said yes.
Anyway,
Steve.
I'm talking.
That's the thing, though, that then last year Toya refused to give money, and she thought giving a box of wine was enough. Didn't she say that was enough?
I paid the money that she required from us and bought 10 tickets. And when I got there, she rolled up on me.
That's right.
But it was very targeted and it was very intentional. Because something about our presence irritates any type of insecurities that they may have.
Ooh,
And that's
insecurity.
Very much. Very much so.
I feel it.
This was supposed to be for us, the ladies of Married to Medicine. Somehow or another, it became a Eugene and Toya show. And Eugene, I'm just
Finally, like, why couldn't that be said during the season? Finally, somebody is saying something. Of all people, Contessa. Okay, of all people, Contessa. But it is true. And, you know, it irritated me because I don't know how much money they raised last year. Somebody in the chat let me know. Of all the shenanigans, all the doctors in I had to burp. Out of all the doctors in ATL, I feel like the last 2 years that they had the Met Gala was way bigger. Maybe we only saw a part of it on the show. They really only raised $10,000. Y'all really, out of all the money that all these doctors are making from the show, from other shows, the connections, all these reality stars in Atlanta are showing up for this event. Y'all only made enough to give each of these girls $5,000 each. That's not what I feel like that's not what we're really focusing on. We're focusing so much on it. It did become so much about Toya and Eugene that the real mission was to raise money for these girls, to raise scholarship money. So how is it that maybe it was just, I could be wrong. Maybe they only showed the two girls, only the two girls getting scholarships, and there were more than that. But I'm like, all that money swirling around that room, and that's all that y'all came up with was $5,000 each? I just like something didn't make sense. And it went back to me like, because it was disorganized, because of Toya's ego, the true victims in this are not, Steve and Mimi, but it's really those two girls. Yes, they didn't have $5,000 and that's going to help them, but I just think that so much more money could have been raised if this was not an ego thing. Okay. Because when they give out them checks, I'm like, $5,000? How much do y'all make an episode? Okay. How much are y'all making an episode? That's all the money y'all came up with. And then they say Phaedra gave that money, but then it took them a long time to track her down and actually get the funds. Okay. Bev said the government will give $50K. $10K is nothing. Anybody else believe that Toya and Eugene pocketed some of that money? Oh, good vibrations. Let me add the allegedly after that. Let me ask the allegedly. Add the allegedly. But yeah, I was like, y'all focus on arguing back and forth about how things were handled, but those girls only got $5,000. And was it for were they in med school or were they just in like college? It was just sad because I'm just like, the bigger picture is not about anybody sitting on that couch. Y'all got money. Y'all got lives. Y'all not in school. Y'all debt probably been paid off. The event is to raise money, and now it's becoming a 501c, I think it is, for the next generation of people coming into the field. And if y'all wasn't arguing so much, if it wasn't so many egos, then I think more money could have been raised. Okay. Somebody in the comments said, best thing Contessa ever said. I'm like, yeah, finally. Finally, I wonder, once again, going back to our initial conversation of accountability, are people afraid to hold Eugene and Toya accountable? And right now, this is an accountability conversation. What is the Met Gala really about? Who is it really about? Who is it really about?
Honestly going to say, you should have not been anything but a guest that night. You shouldn't have been talking to people other than greeting. You shouldn't have been accosting people at the door. And if anyone had to say anything about who had tickets and who didn't, the only people really who should have known is all of us or Toya.
Eugene, what do you
really
say?
should have been part of it.
I'm sorry. No, wait. Hold on now. The bottom line is...
That was the bottom line. Just say, okay, we made some mistakes. Hold yourselves accountable. Okay, hold yourselves accountable. Heavenly said it best. Why would you want to make someone who can't pay their taxes CFO? Oh, you messy. You messy. You messy. Oh, a whole word. Yes, Contessa with a whole word. Everybody else, why wasn't... It was, once again, it was too quiet on the couch. There are so many different things this season I felt like just were not said, not discussed, not gone into more details about. The reunion felt low effort. It was edited poorly. Why didn't we see more conversation about Simone yelling at her kids? Why didn't we see that? Contessa, give us an update on The Office. Toya, why do you feel the need to haze new girls who come on the show? Toya, is this your forever home? Or will you move again in 2 years? Okay? They definitely have more than $130,000 tax lien. Katrina. All that time, Toya never denounced that they did not give money towards the Met Gala. This is weird. Beth says she don't want to hear about that office. I'm just saying, I think there could have been more conversations about different things, and it just flatlined. DOA. I'm like, this is really part 2? Like, y'all could have probably just extended the first episode 30 minutes. Okay? It really wasn't giving. And I don't know what happened, because I feel like season 10 and 11 were some of the best seasons. Like, how do we get here? And where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? You can clearly see that there's a divide. Half the ladies on one couch, half the ladies on the other couch. And I just don't know next season what's the storylines. Especially if Dr. Heavenly is gone. They could have gone they could have gone into the Quad and Kirk. I think they tried to, but Quad was not willing to really talk about the Kurt situation. And didn't one of y'all tell me that she actually asked him not to be at the reunion? I didn't even know that. But I think, was it Beth or somebody else who said that? But Annie did try and ask her about that, but she wasn't willing to talk about it. She wasn't ready. I think the breakup was still like really too fresh. Even when she was on Carlos King and he was asking her questions about the relationship, she was not really saying much. So, child, I just think the reunion was a bust. It did not give reunion. It did not. But y'all, tell me, where do we go from here? Now, are there parts of the reunion that I kind of missed that y'all might want to talk about? Oh, they're saying that she blocked him. She blocked King, and Toya alluded that to when they said Kirk had a lot to say. You know what would be kind of messy? I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos King tried to interview him. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't want Kirk there either. Ain't no telling what he would have to say. We saw how he was during the season. Yeah, I feel like the later half of the season, like once a second, like I think they were either preparing to go to Ghana or between them preparing to go to Ghana, when they got back, his energy completely changed and he was checked out. He was totally checked out. Bring Sweet Tea back? No, because then she got to bring that gremlin with her. No. We do not need Sweet Tea back. And low key, it kind of felt like, I don't want to say that, he was abusive. But, Sweet Tea husband got some things to work on. He got some things to work on. The way he was kind of talking to her when they were in the room and the cameras were still there at their house, he got some things to work on. Okay. I agree, Beth. I would love for Mariah to come back. I think she was suing Bravo and has been in some litigation with them, that I don't think that they would bring her back. She's not up there to me on the level of Nene, that the network will see past the lawsuits and litigation to bring Nene back. Mariah, to me, is not on that level. But I would love to see her come back. I would love it. That would shake some shit up real good. You want to see Sweet Tea baby journey? Is she still going through IVF? I don't follow her. Yeah, I don't follow her. I think these are like all the parts. Do y'all want me to recap Roa when it come back?
Heavenly, the next time we all get together. I'm like, where do we go from here? Can these ladies get back on the same accord that they were even just like maybe 5 seasons ago, honestly? I guess other people want to see Mariah back too. This was a boring season. Bring back Mariah. No Heavenly or Mariah. It's about to get boring. Kwa would be gone if Sister Circle was still going. I agree with that. She wouldn't be on this show if she still had a talk show. Definitely agree with that. Yes, I have watched Bell Collective. I'm behind probably 3 episodes. I think the last one I saw was they're about to go to this like therapy session, and the one girl's dad had a stroke or something, and they dropped her off to get picked up and go back to meet with her father. So I'm like 3 episodes behind. But maybe this weekend, I say this every weekend, y'all, and then the weekend come and I'll be with my kids. I'll be tired. And I'd be like, yeah, we're going to stream this weekend. And then I'll be tired. And it's Easter weekend too. So I probably really won't be able to stream this weekend. Yeah, but I'm like a couple episodes behind on that, actually. I know I'm late, Beth. I'll be working. I got jobs. I got a brand deal to film. Yeah, I know I'm late. You say that, girl. That's how much she's barely on the show. Who on the show? I cannot remember her name, though. I do like watching Bell Collective. I probably will catch up on some episodes maybe this week. I just don't know when I'll have time to like stream again. It's Easter weekend. And then next week, I actually have to fly out and shoot a brand deal. Yes, your girl's going to be on set again. So I just don't have a lot of time. I don't really have a lot of time this weekend to stream. Tambra. Yes, Tambra. I don't even know how she's still on that show. She don't really be doing nothing. But yeah, I guess your girl has a brand deal to film in person. So I got to fly out to film something with a brand. So yeah, my time will really be like limited between like Friday and like Wednesday of next week. So yeah, I'm getting flued out. But yeah, I do want to do Bell Collective. I just like it's so hard on the weekends. My kids are home. I do so much for y'all during the week. Y'all do realize y'all get like 5 videos, long form videos a week, plus another 5 shorts a week. Plus I stream. Now lately it's been once a week, but once or twice a week. Y'all get a lot from this channel. So I need the weekends to regroup. I need the weekends to regroup, y'all. And then yeah, next week I gotta fly out and shoot a brand deal. Plus, I have a full-time business. I have a client in 30 minutes. So I'll be busy. I appreciate y'all, but I can't cover everything. And people be in the comments suggesting shows. You should watch Mormon Wives. You should do this. You should do that. I do so much already for y'all. Okay, I do so much. Okay. Appreciate the things I do already. Please. All right. I'm not trying to burn myself out. I do love y'all, but I want to spend some time with my family on the weekends, you know? My sister had a baby, so I've been over there helping my sister with her baby, spending time with my niece. Yeah. Do you plan on covering Roa? I do. Roa comes back this Sunday? I got a party to go to on Sunday night. I probably will cover Roa and post it probably on Monday. But since I have to fly out on Tuesday, I don't think that I'll probably do another video next week until probably I would say like Thursday. Yeah. So I probably will cover the first episode of Roa, like the video, engage with it so I can see if y'all really watching it and if I should cover the whole season. So Sunday, yes, I will watch it and I will do a video, and that will probably be the main video of next week. And then I probably won't have time to really cover anything until Thursday of next week. Yeah, I got a family. I have a life outside of this. I know a lot of YouTubers don't, but I do. But yeah, I'll be covering Roa. I think it's not, is it next week or the week after? Temptation Island is coming back. I'm doing a little bit more stuff related to like some crime coverage cases that I want to do. Um, so maybe next week y'all might just have some like pre-recorded videos. 'Cause I'm not gonna break my neck trying to like do this brand deal on set and record at the same time. It's just too much for me. Oh, thank you, good vibrations. Yeah, so what if anything pops off early next week, I just won't have to, I can't give it to y'all till like Thursday or Friday. Okay. I got bills to pay. Okay. And I really don't want to stress myself trying to fly out, fly back, record. And even when I come back, I still have to see clients. So I just don't want to overwork myself. But I appreciate y'all for joining me. This was a good kiki. Let me rest my voice for the next 20 minutes before I go see my client. But as usual, thank you guys. Like the video, subscribe. I love you. I love doing this. And yeah, I have a video I'm going to release tonight on the David and Celeste case. So I'm releasing that. I also have a video I'm working on for the Duggars, the Duggar family, in that case. And I think that might be it. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, I think that might be it for this week, y'all. My kids are going to be off for Easter break a little bit. I need to get my hair did for this brand deal. But I appreciate you guys. And let me go decompress before I have to be a therapist now. Let me tell y'all one little funny story though before I go. It's so funny because a lot of my clients don't know I have a social media presence. And so there will be times I'm minding my own business and one of my clients will text me like, hey, somebody just sent me this TikTok. Is this you? I'm like, damn, she kind of look like me. I don't know. We kind of look alike. Maybe she is me. But that's been happening a lot recently where somebody will be like, hey, my friend just sent me this TikTok. Is that my therapist? And I just play it off like, no, I don't even know her. But she kind of looked like me though. She looked fly. She looked kind of dope. But yeah, a lot of my clients don't know. I never talk about any of this stuff. So a lot of my clients don't know I have a social media presence. They don't know about my YouTube page. So yeah, when I do pop up and they text me like, hey, this kind of look like you. But I wanted to just tell y'all that story. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days if we have any videos. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your day. And I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye. Love y'all. See ya. Bye.